everyone, and welcome to CJ497 Investigation and Report. My name is Dr. Burlvan Jr., and I am your professor for this course. Briefly about me, I'm a professor in criminal justice. I've been here for a few years at San Diego State. I teach courses on law and society, on research methods, on statistics, and in the upcoming year, I'm going to be teaching courses on policy change and the policy process. On the research side of things, I tend to view myself as a scholar of social movements and advocacy organizations, and I look at how these organizations work together to help influence voting and policy change. Specifically, I've been looking at the role of social movements on marijuana policy and how that's changed over time. So this course, what is it about and why you have to take it? I want you to start thinking of this course as a data analytics course. Originally, when this course was developed, it was thought of as a research methods type course. It has since evolved into like a research assistant type course where faculty would be working on their own research and the students in the class would be kind of helping faculty members with that research process. However, we as a group of faculty, we kind of sat down and decided we want to make sure that these students are graduating with skills, right? Specifically data analytic skills that they can take with them into the careers. So as such, Dr. David Yancich started devising a new version of this class, which was focused on things that might be of interest to students in terms of data management and analytics, but also to these organizations that they might work with, right? You might graduate from San Diego State and go work for a law enforcement agency or some nonprofit organization, and there might be topics that they're interested in that you could answer using data. So that's going to be the focus of this class. That said, a lot of the material that you're going to be covering in this class is directly created by Dr. David Yancich. So you'll hear his voice across a lot of the videos, but I have adapted a lot of the material to focus on things that I think might be of interest to you and to these organizations you might work with. We're going to be covering things that are important to the academic literature, right? So we'll be talking about things like promotion of officers or female officers. We'll be talking about diversity in law enforcement agencies. We'll be talking about police legitimacy and perceptions of police, right? So not only are we going to be interested in those topics because they are relevant to the academic literature, but those might be questions that your organization is also interested in. In that same spirit, you'll be introduced to data sets that cover those topics. So not only are you reading about this stuff in the academic literature, but I will provide you with data to answer certain questions related to promotion, related to police legitimacy, related to diversity. Those things, you'll watch a couple of videos on data analytical topics, and you'll have assignments in each module that cover those topics. At the end of this course, I think you'll feel pretty comfortable plugging into an organization, and if you're asked to be a sort of a data analyst and answer some questions internal to that organization, you can do that, right? Somebody might send you a data set and you're like, okay, what do I have to do? How do I figure out this question? You'll feel comfortable in asking and answering those questions. I don't want you to be scared and thinking this is a methods class. I don't want you to think it's a statistics class. There are no formulas or anything like that. Rather, data will be provided for you, much like it would be at an organization, and it's your job to sort of find the patterns in those data and present it to, for instance, your manager or your boss or stakeholders that might be interested. At the end of the course, after doing all of these exercises, mostly in Excel and Microsoft Office, you'll have one or two-part final assignment. The first part is submitting not a full report, but an executive summary of a report. So I'll provide you with a bunch of different data, and you have to answer a series of questions using those data, whatever's relevant or important to you. Highlight some bullet points from the findings that you engaged with the data. That's the first part, submit that executive summary of bullet points. And the second part is to actually do a presentation, right? Oftentimes when you're working for these organizations, not only are you just sitting in the back working with data, trying to find answers and patterns, but you want information as well. So let's do a 10-ish minute presentation this, you'll be more comfortable dealing with data, more comfortable dealing with Microsoft Office like Excel, presenting your work, but also knowing how to be a solid data analyst for any